I have been at Crossroads now for 10 years. I grew up in the church, so I had heard of tithing, and I just remember thinking one day, this is my responsibility, here's where I start. And especially when I got married to my husband, we made that a top priority. I had been wanting to get braces for about 10 years. I can remember thinking, maybe now's the time. We'd saved up money and we're ready. We had just started the conversation about, okay, maybe we can do some braces. And the I'm In campaign came up. I just remember sitting in the auditorium. It's kind of dark, and my husband was sitting next to me. And he's asking, what kind of number are you thinking or feeling right now? As a stay-at-home mom, I want to feel like I'm a little more active in this process, something I can give personally. So I leaned over to Keith and I said, whatever number you feel, add my braces to that number because I want to give them up for the I'm In campaign. And I just felt like that was what God was leading me to do for that number. So I think it was about 6 months later. My husband works in the dental industry, and he was talking to a dentist, and just in passing, they were making small talk, and he said, yeah, I think Susie's considering getting braces at some point. And he did not mention that we were putting it off again because I'd just given up the savings. And the doctor looked at him and said, well, send Susie to me. I want to do them for free. And my husband kind of did that polite thing where he's like, oh no, you don't have to do that. And he insisted, he was like, no, I'd love to do this for Susie. Just send her to me, I'll take care of her. So braces outside of insurance, out of pocket, would cost anywhere between $5,000 and $7,000. This dentist ended up giving me more services than I would have received if I would have done it on my own. The dentist actually happened to be up in Cleveland, so that's about a 3.5-hour trip. And we would take those as family trips. And my kids loved it. They looked forward to it. They watched the movie Finding Dory. If you've ever seen that, they call it the Cleveland in the movie. So my kids thought they were going to this magical land of Cleveland. So we would go to Cleveland together, and they'd get to stay in hotels and swim in the pool, and they thought it was great. I think it was just a way for him to say, I'm in the frivolous with you, or so I think they are, and I'm in the big things as well. But he cares about the things I care about. And so he just decided to be my father and pay for those braces. And 10.5 months later, I was done, so they're already gone. You didn't get to see that process, thankfully, but now I have a beautiful smile that I feel like God just handed me, and every time I get to talk about that, I feel like I get to say, this is the smile that God gave me.